One more map here between Apeks and Spirit Academy, all to play for in this upper bracket grand final. Not a grand final, upper bracket final. This won't be elimination for either team. They'll get a chance going down to the consolidation. But it is a premium opportunity to put yourself one series away from a spot in the ESL Pro League. Spirit Academy after fumbling the bag on Vertigo. They get back into it, but this fifth round's not starting out well. The big guy's down. The young gun of Donk out of play, and now a 4v2 with the bomb not planted. This is disastrous, and it all falls to one man, but Zontix flips this round on its head. Sense looking for the duel, but Zontix claims his crown.
Apeks are reeling. What a disaster. 4v2. Gone 3v1 and they can't convert it. Zontix a little quiet in the second map while he's just made a heck of a statement. And this is a big map for Spirit Academy. Winner of this match will play in Sunday's grand final. One map advantage in a best of 5. That is a huge position to be in for both of these teams. Apeks off the back of the major. Currently ranked top 10 in the world. Might not hold in that position, but if they want to maintain a top 15, top 20 ranking, they need big tournaments. They need LAN events. There will be no major cycle in the second half of this year. And Pro League will be massive for this squad. ApeksjKaem, opening kill, traded by Donk. And this man, if he gets rolling again, every Apeks fan needs to be nervous.
Certainly do. He's found one already. For blood. Blood for the Donk God. Oh, the scout knock doesn't even have a chance to pull the trigger. This guy's
Save. Save. 3D stack. Nork was alone. Deep smokes are in. Sense here is giving me a look. I don't know. I don't know. His teammates squaring up more for exit frags, I guess, than anything. Sen's not got the memo.
He's really posturing like this is a retake. For a fight. Don't know if I fancy that against the rifles, but he will emerge unscathed, so he'll be able to back away. Save the kit he's got. I guess just wanted to do a poke in, see if someone would chase at a bank and give him $600 in the back pocket.
Clean conversion, though. Donk didn't miss a beat. I guess isn't the biggest surprise, given where we've gone so far. 2 for Spirit Academy. 2 for Spirit Academy. And the other thing about this matchup is, it's not just making it, you know, it's not just winning this game, it's also avoiding the onslaught of teams in that lower bracket. That would be a nightmare.
You consider who could come up against them, yeah. Not going to be an easy game, that consolidation final. Gonna be an easy one to have all. Zontix spots one. A little bit of information. It's a bit of a lean towards B, but nothing substantial. Just 3 players here. Spirit Academy works some control on the map. Out towards long they seem to go. It's a good bet against pistols because, you know, apart from a D grip and a headshot, you don't have to worry about much. Not like there'd be a scout in this one. They're approaching in towards this site now. On they move. ApeksjKaem potentially going to be close enough to receive this knock here as well. And the rotation's actually on, so they're going to have to go through the choke point smokes, but this isn't a bad attempt at the defense. The numbers will be here. Fast available. Question just, can they find the impact? ApeksjKaem can. He's found a second as well, but he might be the only one. Oh my god, ApeksjKaem continues to frag out. Now he's got a rifle. But the bomb's ticking away. Jacob, he's done so much. He never even had armor into this round, but these ripping dig shots have been too much to bear. Finally, he's laid low. Stiko, with just the SMG, it's going to be pull this off, and he's flanked out. No chance to fight back. Good damage into the round, but no round win here.
I mean, it was a good attempt. Give him some credit. It's decent damage. Decent damage to the Apeks squad, of course. I think it feels like Jacob is the man. Of course, he plays a lot of important positions in this map. He's the A player on the CD side. Controls a lot of the information as well as the opening duels. And, yeah, in a matchup where they're lacking their in-game leader, it's a bit funky, their CD sides. They need someone like Jacob to be the best player on the server. I hope he can get engaged early on this defense.
He's had these big impact rounds through this series, right? Even on the loss on Inferno. He was having some big impact in that banana fight. He's done it here as well. Just a swing in. Baz dropped. A big miss from Artfrost cost him a teammate. Now Zontix follows him into the grave. So this first gun round couldn't have started better here for Apeks.
What do you do if you're a Spirit? Saving's not an awful option. Okay, Donk just removes the scalp of Jacob out
I don't
towards
think you
long.
save in any round where he's alive.
Yeah, there's actually no AWP either on Nawwk, and if they got the read on that, it actually makes their lives a lot easier in terms of scaling A. Artfrost is going to post. He's just been spotted on the jump spot. I wonder at what point Apeks have enough information for these B players to start pushing. One player spot on the jump spot is not enough, clearly, right now.
They're going passive on it as well. 30 seconds. We've seen Spirit Academy play with the clock before. They're both looking this way. He's got a flash for it. He's got one, but the trade is there. Still pressure towards the back of site. JL has to hold on. His teammates, they're going to rotate, but it's not going to be instant. JL, they're trying to close the gap ahead of the flash. JL gets the kill. That was necessary. That was needed. And he delivers, and in doing so, forces back the save. Artfrost just slips the corner. Might be dead to Stiko here, and it could be after time. Big trouble on. They've got a chance to clock him, and they know it. Artfrost right back into the fray, but the shot hit. And so the op will survive. They're going to buy. They're going to force this.
I think they've... Well, both teams are going to be on the brink after this buy. TSAbaz is going to kick himself for that. That should have been nailed on that kill. But the flashbang that was tossed over the default boxes wasn't brilliant. I think he should have found the frag. Nonetheless, money was kept low. Still chances here for Spirit Academy. Jacob up close. Artfrost, barrel protruding. Couple hit shots from Jacob, but he's getting enveloped. Donk gets one, and the trade is good. The trade is very good. Those A players are down, and now Apeks are in a lot of trouble. Do they stay on B? Do they push for information? Sensors come off, but they have no idea what Spirit Academy are doing right now. Will JL arrive in time? That's the only question.
Sense will. Sense will. Line them up, knock them down. Now Stiko's on his horse. He's riding. JL gonna try for the pinch, but you're right. There's so much time to get back in. Still, Sense has given them a real chance for this one. Stiko's avoiding getting drawn, and he wants to give the maximum amount of time for JL to get activated. So he's going to be mollied off in bank. Probably not going to want to risk this. Indeed, he will withdraw. A bomb plant should be on, but it's a question of which side of the dice box do they choose to plant this on. They can right. They can right for now, and that kill on Stiko should embolden them. Indeed, it will. So now this flank has been mitigated. They faked it. They faked it. They faked it. They're going B? Oh, they're confident. Not nervous to play with the clock, and JL realizes he's kind of out of the spot. The element of surprise is still his biggest ally. He'll begin this rotation. Doesn't want to give the audio cue of what he's doing. It's going to be late. The swing in. Can't capitalize. Zontix. Half the health, but he leaves his teammate in a clutch. All Molotov to section this off. No smoke for the peak. But JL doesn't quite take the moment. Baz has full HP, so he can swing. And even with the molly gone, brilliant fight. Had to hit the shot, had to nail it. It was headshot or bust, and he's got it.
Gotta love the mid-rounding from Spirit. Everyone on the same page. It felt like Sense might have done enough. Perfect timing. But the call to plant behind the boxes. Kill onto Stiko. They could have planted A. I think it might even have worked better, but B wasn't a bad option either. And that's done ruinous things to the Apex economy just as they thought they were getting into this half. Snapped right back. Pistols out galore. Barely any armor. One molly on Stiko. That's not going to do a great deal. JL's running for a molly himself. Well, that didn't go well.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Utility doing enough work in this one. I mean, there's no one even on the A side of the map, so this is a bit of a stack. Zontics likely just to patrol, just to try and keep them hemmed in. Maybe find another kill. Indeed. And why not? Just make it easy. 3 in the anti-eco. 1 found back the other way, but just an SMG retrieved. Nothing catastrophic here. And for Nog, it's probably just trying to isolate this kill on Zontics above anything else. They have no fear that he's going to be able to do anything to influence the round.
Yeah. Well, this one looks done, so I'll give a secondary stream update. Sprout 9 is on the 3rd map. It's on Anubis. Sprout have just had an 11-4 T side. And it looks like they just won CT. Sorry, no, I think they're just at the half at the moment. Yeah, 11-4, which is certainly a good position. Not inconceivable they could come back from that. And the other game is also 11-4. And 11-4 T side from Saw on Ancient. So they look pretty nailed on now to survive and make it further forward.
Really cool to see Sprout back to actually playing good Counter-Strike with Alpha coming into the roster. They've been kind of in the woods for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Refresh taking himself off the calling, they've just kind of been adrift from what a team that we felt should have been competitive this year.
Yeah.
So, good to see them back playing decent CS.
And we know, Lau, maybe some health issues in the mix. Didn't help their really campaign during the start of this year, but it's simply a matter of time until himself, Stare, these sort of players, even Zyphon can have his moments too. Alpha's played a monster tournament. He's one of the highest rated players in this entire tournament as well. So, a lot of reasons to have some hopes for this new Sprout lineup, at least more so than what we've seen in the last few months. Feels more emboldened.
Do you know if it's... I mean, who's taking up the calling, right? Presumably
I don't
not
know the
Alpha.
answer to
He's
that.
super young. I guess it could just be
Zyphon?
Barry, but that's not the way you're going to want to practice. Could be Zyphon. No clue.
Wow.
That's a ripper. Art Frost to do it this time. Opener on, pressure on to Knock. He's getting overwhelmed. Sense is trying to come up to support him, but they're mostly avoiding this out towards Long. And now, Sense might be a little bit adrift here, because Knock's gone way back to address Long, so this is going to be interesting. The divider, Sense gets the kill. Gets the best of Baz. Now reinforcements on JL, back up the steps. They were not expecting everybody to be here, but they've kind of circumvented this. Sense and Knock have to hold the line. They could just be avoided. Flashbang should be bad, but Spirit hemmed in by one Molotov. They're slowed up. Still a donk in the server. So certainly not going to say this is done. Plenty of time left, but everybody's here for Apeks to contain Spirit into their foothold out towards Long. They've got to battle through. And it's all towards this bathroom side. 3 crosshairs to contend with. Donk hits the first, the second as well. Finally, he's laid down, but the work he's done, tremendous. They need to kill Sense, and they've done so. A 1v1, 20 seconds to go. Stiko chewing up territory. The bomb in his vision, but the aim not. Art Frost seals the deal.
Donk has just achieved the impossible. Nork, AWP on the line. They had one flashbang Spirit Academy, and it wasn't that effective. And they didn't cross on it to the dice boxes. And Donk just swings. Instant kills Nork. On a left eye peek, he is nearer the corner. Nork has every conceivable advantage in that duel. And makes it 2. Sets up his teammate for the clutch as well. Donk is undeniable. He's been an absolute monster. And now, Another half buy for Apeks. More economic woes. This is slipping away. You'd thought after turning around Vertigo, they'd come in a bit, a bit heavier into this one. They're on the CT side. JKM's playing some good counter-strike. Even Sense is holding his weight. JL's playing well. Doesn't matter so far. Has Nork also bored himself below an AWP in the next?
Seems like it. Seems like it. I don't think anyone else is going to be able to join him. Loss bonus is built up, of course, so they'll be able to make something happen, but...
Yeah, the only way is if Sense lives, isn't it? And drops it.
Or if JKM gets some kills. Mag 7 will make you money real quick.
This man's on 6. Seems to be on the B side a lot. Hasn't had the most engagements during regulation, but this round, of course, was monstrous. 10 for him. Russian Young Guns looking good. And we look nailed on for 7. And a clean round, which definitely was very needed, because they have not been... the amount of clutches, the amount of close calls in this half. They did need a clean one.
They did indeed. They've got it now. And I mean, you're into a situation, right, where you've just got such an advantage. We've seen these collapse. We've seen them build up these leads and then collapse as we did on Vertigo. So you don't want to count anything as being a guarantee, but couldn't have put yourself in a much better position. That's a new one. Zontix wants the A1S over the AK. Don't see that every day.
Existence used to do that, but that was 8 years ago. Or 9 years
Slightly
ago.
different meta. Slightly different meta.
Advanced a little bit.
There was a time, and I think he still does this, where Swisher preferred the A4 over the AK.
That is...
But
I don't know. I don't know what to
some
make of
quirks.
that.
Some quirks.
Oh, they actually haven't dropped an... Yes, a Nork could have glassed. That was the only option. I'm surprised he doesn't... On a CD side of the map like Overpass, that AWP is ever so valuable.
Well, they want to go aggressive with this. They want a little bit more utility as well. Going into the space, Jacob just peeks and he wins the fight straight up. Cool. Not the second one. Baz should be away from this. Having equalized. That's a good find back. Slow walk. How does Zontix get away with that? Left eye peek in, slow walk through, and Sense in trying to recover. Doesn't anticipate the second player. They hadn't spotted it. This one's going to ruin. It's over. Nog, whatever he is holding in his hands, whatever he did buy up, he's got to try and save it.
It's been a nightmare. They're not even saving guns into repeat buys. This is a nightmare. And
It's starting to feel like a blowout, isn't it?
yeah, when we said it between the maps, Donk, it'd be unthinkable he can maintain the level from Vertigo. He's certainly doing a pretty good job, but he needed help, and Zontix is here. Whilst on the flip side, Jacob's had a nice couple rounds in isolation, but Nork's barely AWP'd. AWP on the C side of Overpass should be a pivotal weapon. A pivotal resource, and Nork right now has been a non-factor. JKM are getting engaged in every round. The B player's getting entry consistently. Across the board, they need a rethink. And I think they've got a half by this one. It's going to be a great chance for Spirit to be up to 9. Scout tag onto Donk. Heavy B lean from Apeks. Nork is here in Connector. But he's a little bit alone. Mollies could easily isolate him. Oh, that was easy.
That was indeed.
Shot to the head.
Swings in. It feels like so many of these rounds are just getting dry swings from Apeks. I mean, this one, admittedly, you did not got a ton of utility, so you can't really blame him, but Does feel like it's been a consistent issue here. Goodbye, JL. This one looking like another one where Apeks is going to provide a little resistance. The Spirit Onslaught. Strong holding this angle, provided he sticks to his guns, quite literally here. Sense should be in trouble.
How many young teams would you see get overzealous in this round? Everyone pushes individually, super aggressive. It's so slow. It's so slow from Spirit. They lost one player. And they're willing to play the clock. They're willing to take their time. They're full focus right now. They really want this.
Oh, what a crazy opportunity, right? This is a team that you last week were watching in the semi-final of a major. The last major in CSGO. Now you're up 9-8 in the decider map. After a map 2 that you should have won. That somehow got away from you. On a day where... Look, it is fair to Apeks. To be fair to Apeks, there's like 2 different asterisks we need to ascribe to this. Asterisk 1, they got to stand in. Sense coming up from the academy team. They don't have Kixen, who is their IGL. That's a big loss. Big loss. He's also... Kixen has been the transformative element in making Apeks such a strong team. So we can't discount that. Thing 2, well, they just got done with the major. They're definitely not taking this as seriously. They're definitely trying to relax a little bit more into this one, not focusing as much, not practicing. So, fair. But none of that's going to matter for Spirit Academy. It's still an opportunity to take down a team that was just in the semi-final of a major here and now. A team that just bested the likes of Liquid on the major playoff stage. It's time to best them and catapult yourselves up the rankings.
And as much as the asterisk is way in, filter it down to an individual level. You're about to beat Apeksjkaem. You're about to beat Nawwk, JL. Excellent players at the major. Team issues be damned, those individuals should still be hitting hard. And they haven't always in this series. Spirit have neutralized them. Imagine the amount of viewers coming into this series thinking it's Spirit Apeks and then double checking themselves and realizing this is the academy team. There's no Patsy, there's no Wonderful. These are the new kids on the block. Donk. Zontix in this map has been monstrous too. And in a couple weeks where the storyline of Counter-Strike has been tier 2 teams, new names, new young guns, aggressive Counter-Strike, different looks, different play styles. Maybe there's another team we should be paying attention to.
Around TSAbaz, he's got one. Oh, trades are good. Spirit Academy. Bomb gonna go down. That can't be denied, and there's no real util for this retake. There's a single smoke. There's no nades. There's no mollies, so they can't harass that plant. There's no
Can't see
flashes
a kit
to get
either.
over the lid.
No kit either.
And headshot angle. That's where Don thrives. He's got the first. Looking ahead. Didn't anticipate them being in the same angle, but oh, that's a tag, not a frag. Knock's got to get a move on. He knows it. Takes the opportunity to drop down Art Frost on the reposition. He's gone to the rifle because he knows he just needs a couple more bullets. Harassment on. He'll hear the footsteps. Confirm that a player's not on that bomb, and Nox lost this. He's just trying to keep the op alive. He'll get the final shot, but can he get far enough away from this bomb to survive? Oh, just a bit.
Another round that slips away. TSAbaz's never going to be the top of the scoreboard, but he has had some impact frags in this series. That was one of them. Instant kill on the close wood player. Money looks good for Spirit Academy. It's 10-1. Pretty heavy half buy, has to be said, from Apeks. Someone like JL might not have they're not going to have full nades in the next if they lose this round. Stiko has fully invested. Desperation starting to set in as Apeks don't think they've got enough rounds. Well, clearly they don't at the moment, but they don't think they've got enough opportunities to get rounds. They have heavier ecoed this one.
to agree with the assessment. I mean, I think the round with the AWP is too big of a prospect, right? To just let it go.
But Nawwk's been a non-factor on the gun.
It
the
has
rifle
been.
is trying.
There's JL getting activated. Continuing to try and chew up the space. He doesn't want to give up the ground. There's another duel. He's brought in a teammate to support him as well. Spot on that. Little awkward here. Donk for once. Lacking in the aim he needed. They will take JL out of play. Finally. So 2-on-3 is recoverable. Certainly can still do damage here. Baz and Arfrost, what do they got to show for us? They don't need to be worried about their guns by any measure. There's so much money for Spirit. But a round win here would really be rubbing salt into the wound.
One
Across the
entry.
first angle.
One entry, and this is on.
Let me knock. Highlight it. The impact hasn't quite been there, but this time he's got the shot. He drops the bomb, confirms that as well. Can bring Jacob back into support. Oh, that's a blinding shot from Artfrost. He's got the read on the position, and he's going to call their bluff that there's no Heaven player. Bomb goes down. Money secured on that. Can he win the round? No! Artfrost! The flick, unbelievable! And he takes the momentum, but that's a bridge too far. Gambled that Stiko would be on the flank, so just barely. But Apeks finally get their second round.
Yeah, I think the confidence running a bit high off the second kill, but that was ever so scary. This shot was good. The next one. That is absurd. That is absurd. But Apeks do it. They win the jumble sale buy. They had enough in reserve that even losing so many players, they can still get a perfectly good investment out in this one. 5 is the only goal. 5 is the only route out of this. If you're the CT side.
Start of the path. There's still a CSGO, and there's still a Donk, so this isn't done just yet. CSGO might be further out than JL's anticipating. He's wary, though. JL doesn't want to give up this kill, knows that that's the path back into a round. Now you've got Sense, was up in heaven, drops down to rotate. There's a window of opportunity here, and a kill, but JL got one first. Took down Donk, and CSGO's just trying to plant out in the open. Should be a dead man. Sense, does he check this? No. Bomb plant on. Keeping the money at least rolling here for his team. Sense on the dual CSGO. No, this would be too far. This would be unreasonable. The reposition. May not anticipate this. The headshot on. He knows where the last is. CSGO. Oh! Again, another clutch that almost breaks the way of Spirit. This individual explosion is once again contained.
This is what it takes for them to win rounds. It's taken everything. This was a 5v3 into a 4-on-2. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But at what point is this Camel's back going to snap in half? Can they keep doing this? Can they keep saving themselves, Apeks? What about a round where Spirit get the opening kills? And then they have no money in the last of this half. They're walking a tightrope, and I'm not convinced that rope is going to hold together.
Feeling like it might snap. Tension hanging thick. That's a nice kill. Pazantix.
He's won that one-on-one so many times. And now they're going to reroute. They're confident nobody's in Monster. Fade the smoke. Apeks, though, with the right lean. Apeksjkaem is aggressive. Trying to get these numbers on B, but they might be too late. Exploding before this smoke. Stiko has no idea. Nawwk is there for one, but these players are so advanced. Sense in a bad spot, and TSAbaz capitalizes 4 on 2. And it stings, it hurts, but these guys might need to save because Apeks have nothing else going into the last round.
It's such a bitter pill to swallow. You asked the question, what happens when you're not winning those openers, when you're not bringing it through? And we get the answer here. It's a collapse, a total collapse. And lead a very pathetic Apeks to try and just gain one more measly round out of what should have been the favored half of Overpass. What should be a bastion of strength. It's been nothing of the sort. Crazy what we've gotten out of Spirit. And I mean, last map, rather, it was all Donk show, but this time, I mean, he's still good, don't get me wrong, but TSAbaz, just everybody feels like they're popping off. We've had the Art Frost round, we've had Baz in big moments. There is so much individual ability on this Spirit Academy roster.
Name one highlight moment in this map from an Apeks player. I can't think of any.
I think Jacob had a nice pistol.
Which they lost.
They did lose. And actually, I might be thinking of a different map.
But they're on the CD side. CD side is where the multi-kills come in. 2 kills as they come in. Reposition, make it 2 more. That's what highlight frags normally look like. Watch any frag movie and I guarantee you 75% of the rounds are on the CD side.
Not here.
To be in this half.
Not here at all. JL looks like he wants to play the smoke fade. He'll back away. Just trying to anticipate a flashbang through. And that didn't come to fruition, so he's forced off. Some aggressive positioning here, but they'll leave Sense a little isolated. Detecting presence up top. They want to rotate Nawwk. The off back around, and this is Spirit headed this way. Noise being made. Donk jumping. Baiting them through. Stiko hearing all of this. And yet Nawwk hasn't put on the angle with him. He's left alone. That's a bit of a blunder with all of this noise heard. Wonder whether that was a communication issue, but said they focused on this bathroom's control, and that could be a problem. Jacob cleaned up. Now the rotation is opened up. It's just going to be Nawwk's op that's got to control this. And he does hit one, but it's not enough to slow them. It is the Donk God found. It's all on Sense here. This round is all on Sense. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's dropped the bomb. He's controlled this rotation. He's losing teammates, but he's still got a chance. 10 seconds. They're going to run out of clock. They need these fights, and Sense has won this round. Doesn't even have to survive at this point. And he won't. But he will secure the last of the half for Apeks. The stand-in, the academy player.
Yeah.
Bailing them out of an impossible situation.
4 rounds honestly feels like a result. That was 10-1. 10-1 for Spirit Academy. In a series where they can get themselves into a grand final with a 1-map advantage. They bring out their best Counter-Strike. They saved it for last. TSAbaz has been a beast. And Apeks are on the brink of falling into that death's row of a lower bracket. Spirit are so close. And we'll see in the second half if they can close this out.
Don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This city.
A massive lead for Spirit Academy. It was an abject slaughter through much of that first half. A little bit of a late run back for Apeks, but that might just have given them enough breathing room for one gasp, one desperate attempt. We're going to need to see a very different Apeks in this second half if they're going to have a chance of taking it, but we've seen comebacks before from this team. They have to deliver once again, and that nade is a great dunk.
Wow.
Start.
There goes your B fake. Steeko's dead.
They're rotating up. They're rotating up. Cross gonna be stuck. But now everybody's gonna be here for the defense. Fake the first one out. Flashbang to slow them down. And Donk in the angle. Donk collects on the first. The swing in. They're just forcing it. Their horse in the fight. And Zontix again. Zontix and Donk just a lethal combo on this map.
38
kills.
and 18 combined.
22 kills. For Zontix. 22 kills.
Yep, more than double anything on Apeks players. Major semi-finalist, 4 of the 5. There are mitigating circumstances, but I don't think that excuses this scoreline. Full eco for Apeks. Pretty much. Couple deagles. That's all they can muster. And look at the posturing from Spirit Academy also in these rounds already on the CD side. Utter willingness to take the duels. It might cost them some numbers, but the confidence, the statement of intent, they know they're going to win.
It's not been much to slow them down, that's for sure. Ooh, that'll slow them down. Goodbye, Donkod. Seiko trying to find a bit of ground. Maybe get a gun up. No. Wanted the bomb instead. So it's all left to Knock. And a flank is developing. So there's a timer on this as well. Baz will have the kill. If Fick doesn't...
Needless to say, it's got to start here for Apeks. They did get a few kills there. It was a tad overzealous from a couple of these CT players. And that does mean if they lose this without any saves, they could be in a little bit of trouble in terms of investment-wise. So, slimmest, absolute slimmest of windows for Apeks. But no breathing room, no opportunity for error. And this first gun round, they have to hit the ground running. Steeko takes out Donk. Big name already out. That is the best start they could have hoped for.
Nice shot from Zontix. This guy can't be stopped. Up the numbers. It's Art Frost very isolated up top here. Hasn't found contact just yet, so Knock has gotten so very far forward. He'll even hear this rotation. And Knock's got the kill the second as well. He snuck right into the site, and with it, should just about have secured the round. Zontix, yes, he's been on fire, but certainly thinks better of this.
Save. Definitely save. Save here, and you've got at least four good rifles in the next. Guns are of tremendous value, and Zontix, you played a mega map so far. I won't criticize you too much, but you needed to get out of dodge with that rifle.
There's those moments where maybe you see those little bits of inexperience shining through, right? Really young roster, really young players, especially when you're playing like this. There can be the tendency to get just a tick overzealous. Hard to blame them. At this moment, perhaps a bit too much. It's crazy how young this team is. I mean, it's an academy roster, so it makes sense. But looking at the way these players are playing, Donk is 16. Zontic 17. Astounding.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I mean,
astounding.
These will be names in CS2. Make no bones about it. Make no bones about it. And if they get a Pro League spot, I don't know what the rules are, to be honest. I don't know if the Spirit could snipe their academy spot. That'd obviously be a shame, because we want to see some of these players in action. Frost. Entry found. JKM out. A great opportunity here for Spirit. This has not been JL's day, especially this map. The amount of rounds we're getting caught alone is getting out of control.
He plays a lot of edge lurks for the team, so it happens, but usually very effective into the role. Sneak go. Ooh, cheeky bit of play around the door. That was his angles. That was his lineups. So if they do head towards this A site, the question's going to become Mark Frost.
All the timing.
Oh, that is a ripper. Brilliant. He's glass cannon as well, so he couldn't take a shot back, and he doesn't even allow the possibility. Knox going to try and force the plan. He comes off of this. Spam's holding him at bay, and Frost on the reposition. That round was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, and makes good of his mistake. Player walk through the long smoke. Dong gets killed from behind. Gotta be frustrating for him, but Frost makes good of it in the end. First kill was nice. Second, even better. And now they're ever so close. Money is depleted for Apeks. Tech 9 on Stiko, of course. Spirit came in touching distance on Vertigo, but that was a different story. This is CT side. CT side overpass. With two players in great shape. A lot of options. Frost has had a mega round and has the AWP in play. There's so many avenues for Spirit to win this round, let alone the game. When do they seek information? There's a 4B stack right now. They've lost some A control. At some point, they need to make a move. Push this B side of the map. Here comes the flashes. As they start to clear into the B short area. Nobody spotted. They do get a kill. That's JL down. Stiko's here. Hits the deck too. They know they've killed the B player and the connector player, and I think they need to bolster A.
Like it. Donk! Gonna do exactly that. Doesn't need reinforcements, though. Raising the Molotov is ambitious. He's low in health, but swap fix here in time. It's all into Jacob. And he is so far removed. So far removed with this bomb. It's gonna be ages before he can even think about the site. 45 seconds. I mean, he might even just think about the save. In a 1v4, this is gonna be map point, series point for Spirit. And as close as this series has been between the two maps, Alan, it's so disappointing that we're barely getting a fight out from Apeks.
Yeah. Kicksan's not here. It's harder for them to play for sure, but for a team, the 4/5 of a team that's just played in the semi-final of a major, you expect a more compelling game than this, just from the individuals, let alone the team play. 10 chances for Team Spirit Academy. They've beaten Monty today, the 10th ranked team in the world. Apeks, 9th. This is a statement and a half. And to go into that grand final with one map advantage, Pro League beckons for these young guns. And look at the buy for Apeks. Look at it. One Galil, Deagle's out, one Tech 9 on Sense. There might be some utility, but how do you cover the ground? Players leaning back. 4A stack from Spirit. Apeks is a book, and they're getting red all over right now.
Oh, burning. I'll go out towards long again. We've seen he's not afraid to brave the Molotov. But they've already deployed the bulk of their utility. Now with just the pistols, they gotta find the entries, and don't not allow the first. Not even consider it. Zontix drops another, continues his monstrous map, and again, chewing through the attack. They've got a sight though. The full rotation, we saw this in the first map. A little bit of a tendency to over-rotate. And finally, Apeks have found the ability to exploit it. Bomb going to go down. Kill on Baz was enough to secure that, but the retake, yeah, it's going to be tough to hold away. They are low on health. This isn't a done deal. The bomb planted open will make this easier to defend. Stiko's committing. Waiting for this heaven peak. Finding this kill, and it pays off. Donk gone. CSGO, a bullet away from death. Alan, this is doable.
Easy, perfect.
All on Stiko, but they're never going to expect him to push through. They're never going to expect this. This is such a bold play. And with the bomb planted open, it might just pay off. He's found the first. He's getting the lineup here. Onto the defuse. One more to find. Time running out. And it's over. Stiko keeps them alive. A 4K. Almost the ace might have him on the bomb. And somehow Apeks pull that round out of a hat.
First real mistake for Spirit. I don't mind them giving B. It's in the retake. They look flustered to me. I think they're realizing what they're on the brink of doing. Should have gone out together. Played as a 4-man group. But they got so many more chances. They have to just stay calm. Their buy is still better than Apeks. Look at this. 1 Galil, 3 MAC-10s because they lost all their players. And they're going towards B. All in through Monster.
Two entries, double entries on. Big guns down. CSGO to follow. This has to be a save for the remaining 2. Apeks. Talk about procrastinating, but now they're in. Now they're here. Now they're fighting, and the money's gone for Spirit. If these guns live through, maybe there'll be some sort of resistance into the next round. But it's going to be limited. Fortunate for them, they got this massive cushion of rounds to deal with. But Apeks, it seems like they're not ready to be done just yet.
Oh, he's going to be retained. Find the kills for now. Apeks needs to be a little careful. They might still be on Galils if the 2 of them die here.
Still worth.
That's probably worth it,
Well
yeah.
worth. Gonna get a dry eco on the next, most likely. Maybe a deagle for Donk, but that's it. Well worth the kills. And JL's gone to his favorite gun in the game.
Yes, indeed. Loves this thing. Ah, heavy eco. Heavy eco for Spirit Academy. There's still... We're still way off having to panic. Way off.
3 more rounds and I'll entertain the possibility that Apeks might be in this.
I would be on board with Spirit chaining some pauses before their gun rounds, just to get on the same page. That might be an idea.
Might be a good idea to help the young players settle as well, right? Closing out games is one of the hardest things to do in Counter-Strike. So much of this game is psychological, and when you haven't been there, done that, when you're a fresh face, when you're a fresh mind, sometimes the mental edge of things is the biggest difficulty. Jacob, knock, knock, open up the door. It's Jake.
Well, that's out of the way. Back to business. Glass cannon for Art Frost. Buy is pretty good. Baz has dropped onto the MP9 to ensure some good util and a kit. That could pay dividends later on. That's it then. Spy and AK, there's no point saving cash at this point. 7 to go. Got to do it one at a time if you're Apeks. Of course, the last couple rounds have been nice, but yes, yet to be truly tested. Leg on Nawwk. That is not a good start. And he's alone on A. He needs to be ever so careful. She's pulled off. That makes sense. Sen swapped in.
Golden dick there for JL as he flaunts it. Wonder whose gun that is over on the Spirit Academy side. But JL appreciates it. He's just got to grab a firm hold.
Don't let go. Whew, Donk's back. Entry onto Jacob.
back.
No chance of a trade. And now
About to get the
Arfrost is
one.
engaged.
Fast in, Arfrost, a rare miss, but Zontic's still here. Sotfik drops Donk back out into his favored position, and they've taken care of the lurk. So it's a 2-on-3 with a very wounded 2. Positioning here catches the player. JL out, all on knock, he's gone. So they just had to wait for the guns to come back through, and Spirit immediately reassert. They claim it. They claim this series. They take the dub here. They're into the grand finals. One more series to do for a spot in the ESL Pro League.
Can you...